Don't you lose sight of what you want.
Well, hello Brian, and welcome back. Nice to see that you've been doing well in the cruisers. Today we're going to look at Destroyers 101. Check this out. Here we have a Japanese Imperial Navy torpedo boat. And time to introduce some funk. Spiffing job. Sneaking up behind. By Jove, you've got him. Battleship sailing towards us. This isn't going to end well. There is went right down his chopper. Snag that one at the end.
Such a close game as well.
Right, enough of that nonsense. Now, time to delve into the destroyers. As we just seen, the Japanese Imperial Navy are predominantly torpedo boats. You use the aiming reticle to fire at your target. This reticle usually shows their position when your torpedoes will hit in due time. And now, we'll look at gunboats. Here we have Bo-Katar's Fist, also known as Mr. Bull, in his farragut. Now he's got a completely different target, whereas the torpedo boats' main focus will be battleships. Gunboats, however, with their very fast-firing guns, will focus predominantly on light cruisers, as we're going to see here. Mr. Bull absolutely decimating this Duguay Trion with his armor piercing at close range, whilst concealing himself in his own smokescreen. And 8 citadels, very impressive. Now, here we have an example of using the terrain to your advantage. This Iron Duke is sailing between behind these islands. We're within 4 kilometers, unspotted, and he's sailing along merrily, completely unaware to the fact that we are here. Unlike his companion in the Fuhrer attacker there, who's actively coming to hunt us down. And 3 successful torpedo hits by surprising battleships by using the terrain. Again, as you can see, we're approaching, and we want to get as close as possible before giving our position away, because any self-respecting battleship captain will be turning and making evasive maneuvers if they are spotted, if they spot a destroyer or no one is in the vicinity. So we approach behind this island, getting within 5 kilometers, and torpedoes away. Any second now. There we go, Brian. And off they go. And we're going to continue using this island. The 2 battleships should be behind them. So we are unspotted, and we can use this to our advantage to creep up onto them even more. So let's see how that does. So we make a turn. The New York continues sailing in a straight line and gets walloped by another 2 torpedoes. And now we're going to sneak up on this Fuso, who is completely unaware to the fact that he has a destroyer in his vicinity, besides the fact that some torpedoes just hit that New Mexico. And we are in a completely different position to when we fired them. As you can see now, if we were out in the open, we would be detected. We'd be detected at about 5.5 kilometers in this particular ship. But we are now within 2.5 kilometers and rapidly closing, and we are still unspotted due to using the island cover. As we come around the corner, the Fuso has already begun to turn. So we await his movements, we predict some of his turning, and off we go. Let's see how many of these successfully manage to find their way down the gullet of that Fuso captain. 1, 2, and 3. Kaboom. So, that's the basics of destroyers. Understand what you are and what you're shooting at. What are your targets? And pay attention to that mini-map, for God's sake. Until next time, toodle pip.